if you have any type of an electronic communication device, if you please put it on silent or vibrate, we'd appreciate that courtesy. We always begin our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'd ask you would remain standing for a moment of silence. We'd ask that you keep the family of Attorney Carmen Lamancusa, who was the father of our district attorney, Josh Lamancusa. Mr. Attorney Lamancusa, Carmen passed away last week, and hope you'll keep the family in your thoughts and prayers. With that, we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Sonata, would you lead us today?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. We'll have a moment of silence. Thank you all very much. Vanessa, would you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Sinata?
Here.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Here.
Commissioner Vogler?
Here. We have a quorum. We always set aside time for public comment, and we will be having that in just a few moments, as well as prior to adjournment of the meeting. And you're welcome to speak both times if you'd like. You're welcome to speak one of the two times, or if you're just here to listen, that's equally fine. We do ask that your comments be related to county government matters, and that if you could try to limit your time to roughly 5 minutes or so, we'd appreciate that courtesy as well. We always set aside time for row officer reports and comments from any of our elected county officials. I will note that our Assistant District Attorney William Flannery is with us for, I believe, a matter on the agenda. But is there anything over and above that from the District Attorney's office that you might have? Bless you. You might have today, Bill. Okay.
No, thank you.
Thank you, Bill. We appreciate your joining us. And I believe that's the only row office that's represented this morning. So let me open the floor. If you have a public comment, we welcome it. And if you can identify yourself, and I'll open it up at this time. Okay, hearing none. We'll, again, prior to adjournment, we'll have another opportunity for public comments. Under fiscal and contractual, we've received 2 repository property bids, both of which have come from the city of Newcastle, one of which has been approved by the other 2 taxing bodies, and the other one has been rejected by the other 2 taxing bodies. Let's start with the first one. What number would this be, Vanessa?
59.
59, thank you. The first repository bid was accepted by Newcastle City Council and the Newcastle Area School Board. The purchaser is Dominic Grant. He made a $500 bid on parcel number 070656000, located on North Liberty Street in the city of Newcastle. The Newcastle City Council approved acceptance of the bid on March 8th, and the Newcastle Area School District did likewise on March 18th. So it now comes before us. I'll open it up if one of you would wish to make a motion, and we can then have some discussion.
I move we accept the resolution.
Thank you, Commissioner Sonata. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Commissioner Kennedy. Do either of you have any discussion or comments regarding this bid? Hearing none, thank you. We'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Vanessa. The next proposal before us is Resolution 60. This was a bid that was placed by Michael Henry and Tyler Coe. The amount is $650. The location is 215 East Home Street in the city of Newcastle. ID number 05-019500. The bid was in the amount of $650. On March 8th, Newcastle City Council voted to reject the bid, and they noted that the house is on the city's demolition list and is dilapidated. And also on March 18, the Newcastle Area School Board voted likewise to reject the bid and noted this very same reason. So the matter now comes before us as Resolution 60. I could entertain a motion if someone wishes to make it.
I'll make a motion to reject the bid.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Chris. Any further discussion? We'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes?
motion carries.
Thank you. That bid is rejected. We have one warrant register from the County Controller's Office, also known as the Check Reconciliation Register. It is dated March 20, and I'll give my colleagues some time to look these documents over. By the way, the documents that we're going to be referring to and have referred to, they're all available if anybody wishes to see them. Please see us right after the meeting. And Debbie, I'll have your packet for you as well. But please, gentlemen, take the time you need to look these over, and then whenever one of you would be ready, I could take a motion to accept the warrant register.
I move we accept the register.
Thank you, Chris. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Dan. Gentlemen, any questions on the warrant register? If not, I'll ask Vanessa to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes?
motion carries.
Thank you. The minutes of the March 19 meeting that was held here 1 week ago, those minutes are in our packet. And please take the time you need to look them over, and then I can take a motion to adopt the minutes whenever you are ready.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
I second the motion.
Thank you both. Any questions or concerns about the minutes? If not, Vanessa, could you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you. We have one document that came in the form of written correspondence or written communications that we need to enter into the record. This comes from Frank B. Taylor Engineering, based here in Lawrence County. This is Act 14 notification that's required by the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection, and the document is to inform the county of the intent of Mr. Mark Camplese, I hope I pronounced his name right, to submit a notice of intent for a new National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System general permit for discharges from small flow treatment facilities, and also a notice of intent for a new water quality management general permit for small flow treatment facilities to the Department of Environmental Protection. The street address is 909 East Fairfield Avenue in Neshannock Township. Project description: a single resident sewage treatment plant to replace the malfunctioning septic system currently serving the existing home on the property at 909 East Fairfield Avenue in Neshannock Township. This document is signed by Mr. Levi Fiesel from Taylor Engineering. It has also been noted that the Planning Commission has received this document as well. Gentlemen, any concerns on this matter? And if not, could I have a motion to accept this document?
I move we accept this document.
Second.
Thank you both. If there are no other comments, we'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you, Vanessa. Next on the agenda, we have commissioner reports and comments. And today, Mr. Kennedy, you're up first.
I think the big comment today is our birthday party last week. We have two of the people that helped get that on right here in our meeting room, Debbie and Dan. And we thank you both for showing a nice party. It was very interesting. Michael Kraus, you could have listened to him for quite a long time. He gave a great speech. Taught us a lot. His history teacher who got him all started was also my history teacher. He was a very, you stayed awake in his class, I'll tell you that. You didn't know what he was gonna pull out of the closet. Great guy, but it was very, very nice, and I didn't hear anybody at all say a bad thing about it. There's a lot of people hanging around for a long time, so it turned out to be very nice. We thank you too. The only other thing I got this morning, if any of us are watching TV, we got to think about the people that were on that bridge in Baltimore this morning. That's just a tragic event that went on. And you just can't even picture going across the bridge. And I've been across that bridge a few times, and going across that bridge and collapsing. Probably one of the reasons I hate going across bridges. It's a sad situation for the city of Baltimore and the state of Maryland this morning. So just my thoughts with that.
I appreciate your noting that, Dan. Thank you. Commissioner Sanada.
Yes, I'll follow up with Commissioner Kennedy. I think it really was a successful event last week. I know when those events go on, it takes a lot of planning, and you can tell it was done very thoughtfully. And I was impressed with the crowd that came, and the diverse group of many former elected officials as well as present-elect officials. And I just want to echo Commissioner Kennedy's thank you, Debbie and Dan, and everyone who actually served on that. I mentioned former commissioners Burek and Verderano. They did a really nice job with it. And you talk about Mr. Kraus. I had a chance to talk to him after, and his knowledge is just amazing on history. He compares with you, Chairman, when it comes to history. But now he actually, the history of Lawrence County, and I thought he made a great presentation. He was a great keynote speaker. And when you look back, I said that 175 years. I think I was here for 150th. That's when I started thinking about that. I said, I remember it. That was 25 years ago. But, I don't know about the 200th, but you know what?
Dan will be here.
Dan may be here, yes. I don't know about me.
I'll be,
But no, it was actually,
He'll be here.
it was very, like I said, it was such a neat event. And when you look back, I think these are all positive for the community as we move forward. Because you can't, I have a degree in education and history and social studies. And you always got to look back at history. And if you look at Lawrence County, it has a great history. And I think Mr. Kraus made such a good analogy. And Judge Mono, I want to give a shout out to Judge Mono with his knowledge. His 30 years. So I'm saying when you look back, there was a lot of history in that room last week. And I enjoyed the band. A man named Michael Ferraro, as we all know him, a former mayor of Bessemer, a teacher and musician, and his son led that band. And I had a great conversation with him afterwards about his dad, the history that man had in Lawrence County with the honor guard. And he wore many hats, and you have so many in the community like that. And so I'm saying, when you look at it, you think about it, I said, it worked out very well. And, so I thank all those who helped make it a success. So that's my comments for the week. I went in on a positive note.
Thank you so much, Chris. And I would concur, and Debbie, particularly, your instrumental role in having Mr. Kraus be the keynote speaker. Like Dan said, I could have gone on for another hour listening to him. He was. So, and thanks particularly to former Commissioners Verderano and Burek for all their hard work, and the committee. A couple of other quick things. Last Thursday, my two colleagues and I had the pleasure of going down to the AAA office in downtown Newcastle. They remodeled their office facility down there, and they had a ribbon cutting ceremony that we were invited to, and we appreciate that. If you haven't had a chance to stop in, I'd strongly advise it. It's a very nice facility now. And then looking ahead, I'll note that this coming Thursday, the 28th, we've been invited on that morning at 8:30. There will be a groundbreaking at the Stonecrest Golf Course in New Beaver Borough on State Route 18. A gentleman by the name of John LaCarte has purchased that golf course and intends to put an industrial/business park on that site. And the groundbreaking will be this coming Thursday. The Lieutenant Governor has been invited to attend. Now, unfortunately, he was invited to our anniversary celebration. They had a playing issue that day. So let's hope that doesn't happen twice, because he is on the guest list. So we're very happy for particularly the folks in New Beaver Borough, but also for the county as a whole, that this progress is taking place. So, thank you, gentlemen. Under new business, our first proposed resolution today comes from Children and Youth Services, and we have Mike Grippo with us. And Mike, how are you today?
I'm doing great.
That's good. We appreciate your dodging the raindrops and come down here. And we have proposed resolution 61. If you'd like to talk with us about that, please.
Yeah, this is a resolution for an opportunity for somebody that's been with CYS to further their education and get a master's degree through CWO. It stands for Child Welfare Education Leadership Program. It's something through the University of Pittsburgh. So it's a program that we offer every year. And Kayla was the nominee this year. She's been with us for about 4 years now. She started off as a caseworker and ongoing, and then on July 10th of 23, she was promoted to supervisor. So she's next to go. It's a 2-year program.
And as noted, the reimbursement does come from the Commonwealth, 95%.
95%. And in return, for the length of time that they're in school, they have to commit back to the county for the same amount.
Thank you so much for that, Mike. Commissioner Kennedy, do you have any questions for Mr. Grippo? Okay, thank you. Commissioner Sanada?
Yeah, is that, when you say she's in school, will she be in school full time, or is that part time?
No,
How does that
she
work?
goes full time. The only time that she reports back is in the summer.
Okay.
So currently we have one graduating, will be around May, coming back. We have another one that just gonna finish up his first year. So he'll come back for the summer and then go back in the fall. And then Caleb will go back in the fall. So usually we always have one finishing, one the first year, one starting, you know.
So it's a continual
Yeah, so.
process.
Yeah, process.
And then by going to the school, they're committing to the county.
For the same amount of length of time. We always said 2 years. It might be 18 months.
Right, I
19 months.
understand. No, that's
But they're
actually
committed back
to the
to
program.
Yeah.
It sounds
and
good.
enhance our education and social work.
Sorry. It's a win-win, I believe.
Yeah.
The county and have an employee that's going to be more educated and committed
Right.
for that time period. Yeah. Okay. All right, thank you. Something
You're
to
welcome.
learn today.
Thank you, Chris. And to my knowledge, Mike, this program is offered to, if I'm not mistaken, all CYS offices throughout the Commonwealth, or is it
Yeah.
specific to Western Pennsylvania?
I'm not sure about that, but I know other counties participate in it. I'm just not sure if it's Western.
But it's not just us.
No.
Okay,
No.
needed to
Right.
make that part of the record as well. So good. Well, thank you for giving us that background. Gentlemen, you've heard Mr. Grippo's report and recommendation. This is proposed resolution 61. Would someone be willing to make a motion for its approval?
I move we approve the resolution.
Second.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Dan. If there are no other questions, we'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Excuse me. Oh, no, we talked about that.
The audio is.
The audio's, in fact,
And
didn't Eric say that if you're watching it, you can see it? It's just that.
Okay.
We had that happen during salary.
Okay.
So, and I was about halfway through the meeting and it caught my eye.
Yeah.
Which usually I miss those things. But yeah, we're okay.
Okay.
Eric assured us. So thanks, Joe. Mike, thank you so much. And please, we have another issue that does tie in with.
Yeah, that was just waiting.
Sure. Lisa Boots Haddad. I always say Lisa Boots, and I'm sorry, it's Haddad. Am I right? I'm sorry, Lisa.
no problem.
That just shows how long I've been around.
I'll keep those
Oh, that's great. Well, Lisa's with the Juvenile Probation Office, and her proposal involves a contract with Cray Youth and Family Services, which is based here in Lawrence County. Lisa, I'll let you fill us in on the details, please.
Sure, we're just requesting that we amend this contract, adding an additional funding for $34,109. At the time of writing our needs-based budget, which would have been August of last year when that was submitted, we had requested to expand the programming that we have with Cray through juvenile probation by adding an additional graduated response program that we now call Saturday Supports. So every Saturday we have a period of time where actually every Saturday except the last Saturday are considered a graduated response for violations of probation, non-compliant behavior, et cetera. So we are adding a tier to our graduated response system where we're able to have juveniles go receive programming on those Saturdays. The last Saturday of the month, though, is actually a graduated response in the positive behavior. So those that are doing well under supervision will be able to go and have outings, lunch out, go to zoos, museums, something positive as a pat on the back and a reward for them doing so well under supervision with us. But we were not able to get approval to start this program until January. So at the time of the contracts, that when they were completed through my assistance last year, we did not know that we had approval for this program to start in January. So now it was approved through the needs-based budget. It was an 80-20 reimbursement, so 80% by the state, 20% by the county. And so we're asking to amend the contract to be able to include this program. We also have approval for starting next year, and we'll be able to run full year. So when we do the contracts, the next time we will include that amount in that contract as well. So we're just asking to amend it to be able to cover January through June for this program.
That's what it says on here. Lisa, thank you for that background. That's very helpful. I'm going to see if Commissioner Kennedy has any questions for you.
No.
Thank you, Dan. Commissioner Sanada? Okay, thank you. Again, as noted, it's a contract amendment of an existing contract, and the funding does, 80% of the funding does come through the Commonwealth for this program. So, Mike, do you need to add anything since you're here?
No.
Thank you both. This is proposed resolution 62. Would someone care to make a motion for it, please?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Dan. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Chris, thank you. If there are no other comments, we'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you, Vanessa. Lisa
Thank you.
and Mike, thank you both very much.
Much appreciated.
Hope you have a good day. Thank you. Next on our agenda, this next proposal, number 63, comes from the District Attorney's Office and our Deputy Assistant District Attorney. Is your title assistant or deputy? I'm sorry, Bill. Assistant.
Yes.
Forgive me. Please have a seat, and we welcome you, Bill, and you're here to talk about approaching the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency. It looks as though we're applying for a grant.
That is correct.
I'll turn it over to you.
Okay. Good morning, Commissioners. Again, standing in today for District Attorney Lamacusa, who was unavailable to be here today. This is a grant application, as District Attorney Lamacusa has done historically and continues to do, is to look for funding for grants to help the community. And this is certainly one that will help the community. As you stated, it's from the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency, And the grant is for $250,000. And if I can refer to my notes here, the primary goal of this will be to get on a unified report management system. What this is going to do is to enhance law enforcement here in the community. But in a nutshell, it's going to get everybody on the same page, being able to share information, which is extremely important, I would say imperative for our law enforcement to quickly be able to share that and to all be on the same system, sharing information, up-to-date speed, being aware of things, and also for future investigations too. If something's been inputted and something that's going to be across the board from all of our local law enforcement. So we are asking at this time for a resolution to authorize to execute, submit, and sign the grant application to the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency.
Bill, I thank you for that helpful information. Just so I'm clear, when you talk about local law enforcement, would that mean our municipal, city of Newcastle, borough, township, your office, would it include the state police as well? Would they be integrated into this? Do you know?
That is something that I know has been in discussions, so I guess I don't want to speak for the state police. To answer the question about all the municipalities, the Lawrence County detectives, yes, that will be incorporating all of those law enforcement organizations together.
And to your knowledge, would the sheriff's office possibly be included in that as well?
That is my understanding.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. Commissioner Sanada, questions for Attorney Flannery?
That was very thorough.
Thank you, Chris. Commissioner Kennedy?
No.
Well, Bill, again, we appreciate your filling in for Mr. Lamancusa. This is proposed resolution 63 that has been offered for us to consider. May I have a motion, please?
I move we support this resolution.
Thank you, Chris. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Dan. Any other comments? Hearing none. Vanessa, could you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you. Well, you can move forward now, Bill, and we hope for success for it.
Gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day. Next on the agenda is a proposal from our planning office, and Rebecca Schaefer is with us. How's Rebecca today?
I'm good.
Good to hear. We're doing okay. Thank you. You're looking here, I believe this involves the bids that we opened a couple of weeks back. Wasn't that our initial opening on the computer with Mr. Prestipani, which seemed to go well? And this is for the annual maintenance of the county-owned parks and boat launches. And it looks as though after review of the bids that you're recommending Pyatt Landscaping, which I believe is based out in Taylor Township. But I'll let you fill us in on all the specifics, please.
All right, well, you've got most of it right, and we are looking to award to the lowest responsible bidder with Pyatt. He also has had a track record with us. He's been with us 7-8 years, so he knows the drill. So yes, this will cover the entire year, starting next week, April 1st. So he's gonna get prepared with everything. So that'll be all of the parks and all of the launches. That'll be,
And when we say parks, that's inclusive of the Stavish Bike Trail as well.
yes, that's that.
We consider that a park.
Yeah, we do,
Yeah.
we do. And that's the biggest bulk of his contract. It's a 7-mile trail that he cuts, so. And then Quaker Falls, West Park, and all of the launches, so.
Correct me if I'm wrong, if you happen to know. The funding for this comes from the Marcellus money that we receive. Am I right?
Yes,
Okay.
that is correct, right, Joe?
Okay, good. So each county gets a share of the Marcellus dollars that are collected each year by the Commonwealth. And one of the approved means by which these dollars can be spent is for recreational purposes. So we've been able to earmark some of these Marcellus dollars for this purpose. I'm going to see if Commissioner Kennedy has any questions for you, Rebecca. Thank you, Dan. Mr. Sanada?
No, it sounds good to me.
Okay, so you're recommending we move forward with this?
Yes, please.
All righty. Having heard Rebecca's recommendation, may I have a motion that we award the bid to Pyatt Landscaping based in Taylor Township? This is Resolution 64. May I have that motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you both, gentlemen. If there are no other questions, we can take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Well, Rebecca, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Hope you have a great day. Thank you. Joe, are you maybe pinch hitting for MHDS today?
No, and I didn't hear it. It's odd that Scott's not here. I know that his daughter was at any moment going to give birth.
Oh, well,
So he may have been called out.
that's far more important. Joe,
Yeah.
usually we like to have the department head here. I don't know the timeliness of this. I don't know if it has to be done today. If I'm kind of looking to you. Do you feel
No.
comfortable with us moving ahead? Do you prefer we table?
I think we should probably table it and just see, because I'm not quite sure. But they're fine as far as being able to table this for a week.
Okay, this is a contract that the county has with the Human Services Center. And it's adjusting the maximum that had been budgeted at $4.095 million, moving that upward to $4.42 million, $4,420,000. You're of the opinion that it could wait a week?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I'll respect the wishes of my colleagues. If you're willing to wait a week, if you want to move today, we can do so, but I'll leave it up to the two of you. Dan, any thoughts? I'm fine. With waiting?
Yeah.
Okay. Chris?
I'm fine. If the administrator believes we can wait a week. It's not gonna cause any issues. We can wait.
And Vanessa, you're not aware of anything that is pressing on this, to your
That
knowledge?
I know of.
Okay. And you know what? If it were a dire emergency, we could always call a special meeting with 24 hours notice. So if you gentlemen are comfortable, thank you for helping us. May I then have a motion to table proposed resolution 65?
I move we table resolution 65 till next week.
Thank you, Chris. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Dan. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes. It
Motion carries.
carries. Thank you, Vanessa.
Mhm.
Could one of you maybe, when you have an opportunity, check with Scott and make sure that we're okay for next week and hopefully his daughter's in good health. Thanks, Joe, very much. We have 4 transfer requests today. The first comes from Voter Services. They are asking for a transfer from their contingency line item of $50,000 towards the line item of processing of voter applications. And one of the factors in this is the need for this transfer. If I recall, the state has changed the format of the envelopes that are used in the mail-in ballot process, which caused us to have to go out and buy all these new envelopes. And again, not just us, if I'm not mistaken, it's happened in every county in the Commonwealth. So fortunately, there was enough money in Mr. Germaini's line item of contingency that we could cover this unanticipated expense. Gentlemen, I'm going to go through these, but stop me if you have any questions, please. Also under voter registration, they're asking for $2,000 to come from their contingency into that of materials and supplies. Did I get my accounts mixed up? Is the 2,000 for the envelopes and the
The large amounts for the envelope.
envelopes? Okay, good. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. The third request for a transfer comes from the controller's office. It's a small one. It's from their contingency in the amount of $750 into that of minor equipment for a laptop computer. And then we have some invoices that have come in under the heading of materials and supplies under the commissioner's jurisdiction. So we need to do a $7,500 transfer from the commissioner's contingency into materials and supplies. Gentlemen, do either of you have any concerns or questions about the transfers that we just discussed? Okay, thank you both. And then could I please have a motion to approve those transfers?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Thank you both, gentlemen. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes?
Motion carries.
Thank you, Vanessa. Well, that brings us down to announcements. And we'll note that 1 week from today, which will actually be the April 2nd already, the commissioners will convene here at 10 a.m. For our public meeting. You're all welcome to join us. And then the courthouse will be closed this Friday, March 29, in observance of the Good Friday holiday that is a scheduled day off for the courts of the courthouse. Let me open the floor to see if there are any public comments at this time.
I'd like to make one.
Debbie, please.
In recognizing the people who were involved in the 175th, Janet Filatico and Jenny Kalala and Andrew Henley and Ian Baker were all really key people. That's not all of the committee, everybody did a great job, but they did a lot of hard work too, so they deserve some recognition.
Thank you for noting that. Appreciate it. And the coverage, the paper did a wonderful job of covering it. Thank you. Other public comments at this time? Hearing none, let me see if my colleagues have any closing remarks or concerns. Mr. Kennedy, anything, sir?
Just one thing to Debbie. You've been busy the last couple of days. I read all the articles in the paper. You've wrote quite a bit, so keep up the good work then.
Sometimes I think there are two Debbie Walkers. For all the work that you do, I swear there might be two of you. Thank you, Dan. Commissioner Sanada.
Yeah, David, I just want to emphasize what you said there. Because tourism promotion, I sit on that board. That's another very active organization. Yes, and Janet and Julie are very good. And I just want to go out and mention Andrew as well. There's going to be those ornaments
Yeah.
with the courthouse and everything. They're very beautiful. I haven't had a chance to purchase mine yet.
That was all they're doing, that part of it.
Yeah, but it just, if you had a chance to see them, they're very nice, or especially one off the courthouse. So I can just work my way down there and buy some of that. I think it's something good out there for the community. Good souvenir, good holiday, Christmas trees.
Thanks, Chris. Debbie, not to be nosy, are you planning to cover the groundbreaking down in New Beaver Borough?
Yes.
Oh, good, so we'll see you then.
I'm hoping to get an interview with Mr. McCarthy.
Oh, yeah, I hope you're able to do that. Thank you. Vanessa or Joe, anything that we may have overlooked to your knowledge? Okay, well, thank you both. There being no other business to be brought before the board, may I please have a motion to adjourn?
Move we adjourn.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye, opposed, the same sign. The motion carries. The meeting is adjourned. Debbie, I have your packets. Wish you all a good day. And then Joe's going to